take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up the feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time. Hello, hogwallers. What are we calling these people? I forgot. Goons?
Yeah.
Hello, goons. Welcome to a special episode of Fine by Me.
Are you going to introduce our special guest today?
Yes, I am. I'm Nick Cook, of course.
Where's the
Josh Harrington.
And we have a special guest today, all the way from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Adam Mullendore? Is that how you pronounce it? Mullendore? Perfect.
I thought you put an emoji on my face.
Is that Polish?
The record button.
That's just the.
Is that? That's just you,
I
dude.
was like, what?
It's the shit emoji.
We're glad to have you.
I did the
glad to
hand
have
bit.
you.
I was like, God, I overdid it a little bit, didn't I?
Adam is the helicopter pilot for Air Evac up in Bowling Green where my wife works.
Nothing I say represents the company in this podcast.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get that right out there. That's a disclaimer. That'll be a
Willis has
disclaimer.
had to mention something similar for his insurance company.
Yeah.
I think the insurance company he works for has slipped a couple of times.
What about the place you work? You're the boss.
Yeah, I would love to fire myself.
You probably do every once in a while.
I've really only had to pressure wash like 3 times in the last 3 months.
Work's been slow.
No, I just figured out a way that I can pay the bills and not have to leave the house.
Well, I guess whenever you're doing work for wetsuits, it must pay the bills.
What is your handle?
My Spanish friends call me Lemonade.
I meant your OnlyFans handle.
He sells feet pics.
Sad dad.
I take pictures of my prosthetic foot, give them to him, he sells them.
Yeah. It's just me crying, shoving household items up my butt.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
It was the day after my birthday. Wesley came to a
Happy
party.
birthday.
Yeah, we had a big time on Saturday.
How old are you? 32?
34.
34.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's not as far behind us as I thought he was.
Well, no kid left behind.
Speaking of your birthday, can I write an injustice really quickly?
Yeah,
So
let's hear it.
I bought Melissa a gift for Christmas because we work together.
Right.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, like 3 weeks later, I get a gift from Nick, not knowing we were exchanging gifts at Christmas, and it's this really wicked helicopter made out of used 5.56 rounds.
That's
Well,
pretty
it's
tight.
It's better than
You
any
got
of the gifts
that?
he
Yeah,
got
it was a
for
thrift
us.
store.
It was
You've never
wicked.
got me nothing thoughtful. I've known you for 30 years, dude. What do you mean?
What is this shit?
At first, I thought he made it. And come to find out he just stumbled upon it. In light of that, I brought Nick a gift.
Oh God, we just do. We've done gifts
I
every
like to bring
episode.
something. I like
I
it.
listened to the past couple. I was like, if it's, my only caveat is I didn't think this through until I was on the way here. I probably shouldn't say out loud. Don't say what it is. Okay. The camera's fine, but let's just not.
Oh, no, we're going to say what it is.
You say that now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it needs to be on record.
It's a crack pipe.
Yeah.
It's
It could
actual
be.
meth.
With the right amount of work, it could be.
That's crack pot. Handed down.
You got to find the DNA. We're going to swab it. We're going to swab the DNA.
Yeah. What if Adam found that?
What if it was like a
Side note: I am your dad.
what is that?
What is this?
Like I said, we probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to say what this is. But
I'll tell you offline what it is.
that is
That's tight.
the most wicked thing.
I thought it would go on a shelf somewhere. Probably.
Yeah.
That was like something a A10 Warthog would shoot.
I was gonna say,
It's similar.
can we pop his primer? real quick?
No.
Also, don't hit it with a hammer.
You don't give that to him then.
Might have been stressed while I was sanding it to polish it up.
That's nice. That's
There's
tight.
not a room in this house that doesn't have a hammer in
You
it.
better put some tape on the bottom of that before you put it on a shelf.
Before you put it too high.
Yeah.
It falls down one night.
Man, blows a hole through the wall. Anti-tank, anti-aircraft.
That might get its own. That might get its own case. Its own.
Yeah,
custom
I'd probably put that in
case.
something.
It's not a. Well,
Toy.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Not a toy.
Not a toy.
Not a toy, but it's not. It's
Looks
not
like that thing. Have y'all ever seen the movie
dangerous.
the?
Show the camera. Just show the camera. We don't have to say what it is, but you
Have y'all ever
like
seen the
actually
movie The
show it
Interview?
up
It's
close.
just a toy.
What's that?
The movie The Interview with James Franco and Seth Rogen where they go over to North Korea?
yeah.
It looks like that thing that Seth Rogen's got to shove in his butt
BMG
whenever he has to like get the poison to kill Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
And he goes out there and he ends up losing whatever it was. So they like get some drone in the sky and they shoot like this little bitty rocket down, and it looks just like that with the poisons in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And he's got to shove it up his ass.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
It looks just like that. Anyway.
That does not go in your butt. By the way.
Don't put that in your butt.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend.
Well, it's not recommended.
It could. It definitely
That's
could.
what I kept thinking when I kept getting further into the wrapping paper. I was like,
It is the shape of it.
This is for some sort of prostate exam.
Check your rectum.
All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. What is the legal limit, BAC wise, to drive a helicopter?
They got to get up there. Who's going to pull you over?
Exactly. If you got pulled over in the sky, what's the legal limit?
Technically, it's 8 hours. I have to have 8 hours between drinking and flying,
Well.
and no residual effects.
Oh, okay. So you're supposed to be zero.
That's yes.
Okay. Well, that's not
Makes sense.
Yeah.
that's not fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't want you driving a semi truck drinking, so
And
they
if you
definitely
watch
don't want
the
you.
news at all, it's been a little more of an issue in the past couple of years because they're pretty stringent.
You get fired for driving a forklift.
Yeah.
You have a beer at lunch.
I couldn't imagine
Trust me.
the kind of qualifications you got to have to like fly a helicopter.
There was a time along like 20 years ago in the
Yeah.
Army where you could do like the beer lunch. You could fly down somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, in the good days.
Yeah.
Smoke
They
Back
cracked
when
down on
men
that
were
pretty
men.
quick.
Smoke a couple burners.
Thanks, Obama.
It's like an episode.
Michelle Obama put an end to that.
It's like an episode of the A Team.
She fucked up everybody's lunch in 2012, you know?
Oh man,
Oh.
that was my one question, y'all.
That's the one question you had.
My one question. I want to know if I could potentially be a helicopter pilot one day.
I mean, to be
Now I
honest-
know
to
it's
be honest-
no.
I don't know if you passed the physical exam.
Hey, give me a few months.
Can you hold your breath for a minute? No, can't do it.
I got some pretty big lungs. I know I could do that.
I like them asking how long you can hold your breath in the pilot's examination.
Right. Right, it's comedy. This is a comedy show.
I've got 6 here. Josh, do you want to do like 1 and 1?
Yeah, I got a few.
Y'all loaded up on these questions.
Yeah, they
I don't
really
go nowhere
did.
without doing
All right.
They
research.
really did.
I didn't know I was going to get drilled. Yeah.
I was more interested in the music side of you. These
I'm
guys.
like, Nick, what do I need to know? He's like, nothing. We just talked. Yeah, he's been playing. He's been writing shit down for 3
Yeah,
weeks.
there's definitely going to be questions.
ChatGPT helped me with a few things.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not gonna-
Here we go.
Boy, I'll do my best not to incriminate myself.
Yeah. Is it true that you have to shout "wee" to keep the helicopter in the air? That was.
Nah, just
That's
a
what
chat,
Melissa said.
I won't say no, but it is loud enough you couldn't hear it anyway. So.
Yeah. Josh, to you.
What made you want to fly helicopters instead of airplanes?
Oh, actually a good question because I'm a Top Gun baby for sure. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just watched it again this weekend. So like that, I was one of those kids that was like,
Yeah, fighter jets are
F-14
sick.
was my life.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Then I found out when you went to the Naval Academy back then,
Yeah.
that you could go to flight school, which ended up being a 10-year commitment, but not actually fly. Like you could be a Rio, you could be Goose, right? Like riding the back. And man, I fucking throw up on roller coasters. So I was like, that's my idea of hell. I love to fly, but riding in the back of one of those things for hours, just being whipped around, nope.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I didn't pursue that. I went to college. I was still in the Army. I was a ROTC dork. A buddy of mine, I didn't know anything about helicopters still. I went to East EKU and he was going to fly Blackhawks. And I was like, that looks cool shit. That's the first thing I knew about Army helicopters whatsoever.
Yeah.
Did you fly a Black Hawk?
No, I flew Kiowas, which no one knows what the fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Little helicopter, big ET looking ball on top.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I've
yeah.
seen them.
They're
Yeah.
not in the Army anymore, and they're not in any cool movies at all.
No
They'll be
James
in
Bond.
ours.
Yeah,
They'll be nice.
the only movie they were in was Men Who Stare at Goats. Like one flew over.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
What's that big ball for?
Read minds.
That's what I thought. No. That's what I thought.
There were Afghanis that thought that.
I'm
it
sure.
had a sight, like a thermal sight and a TV camera. Laser
They thought that
and
was a
stuff like
UFO
that. Yeah.
over in
They thought all kinds of
Afghanistan.
weird stuff back
I mean,
then.
I still think it's probably reading minds, but
You think so? Might be.
I had a TV, a night sight, like a thermal sight, and then a laser for like hellfires or something.
Do birds ever look at you and say, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like in a jealous way.
So turkey buzzards never see us. They're dumb as shit, and they don't get out of the way. You have to.
Nick
get
is
away
the
from
turkey
them.
buzzard of the.
Yeah. Yeah, they just fly around. They don't pay attention to nothing, waiting to get run over. Hawks and stuff get out of the way. They pay attention.
Yeah.
But they all look at you like you're stupid.
Yeah, I feel that. I relate.
Wes already asked
Oh,
one of my
geese
questions.
don't get out of the way either.
Whoa,
Geese
what was
will
my
be-
question?
Geese seem
Blackhawk.
selfish.
Oh,
Black
Blackhawks. Okay.
What's the hardest place you've ever had to land, either in the military or with the air evac?
Like when I was hard, or that I put the helicopter in?
That you put the helicopter in?
Like a vacation.
Right.
Well,
It
hard
could be
work.
either one.
Hard work.
It could be either one.
Yeah, bricked up,
Yeah. What level of hard we talking?
full shaft.
The hardest place I've ever landed. I mean, I guess Afghanistan, just because it's altitude. Like you're so high. Like
It's in the mountains, right?
some of it is,
Yeah.
Like eastern Afghanistan. Like you might only be 100 feet off the ground, but you're 10,000 feet or whatever.
Oh,
so that
that's-
power's an issue there. But
Oh, okay.
sometimes around here,
Like lift and stuff, I guess. Like the
not
air's
just having
thinner.
power. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Around here, it'll be some random middle of the night, some random cornfield
Driveway or anything like
and
that.
honestly, it's not like the cornfield or the driveway's that hard, but there's wires everywhere.
Yeah.
And the firefighters try, like they look around from the ground and they
Right,
try to put
shine
the
lights
Yeah, but I
and-
mean, you hope, sometimes
Dude.
I'll see, and they're so hard to see from the air, just like they are from the ground.
Yeah, it's
That's-
dark.
You're like, you just go as slow as you can and hope you see it.
Well, obviously, you can see the transmission lines pretty good, I'd say, right?
I mean,
The towers.
if you
see
can
it.
see the towers, like the poles, then
Yeah.
you can find the lines. But
Right.
no, during the night, at night.
Oh,
they're-
yeah,
they're-
dude, that's scary. I didn't
I mean,
even
you're
think
wearing
about that.
AVGs, you're wearing night vision, and
Yeah.
they look just dark like
Dude,
everything
that's
else. Yeah, it's miserable.
crazy. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
What's scary is I've only been doing this 11 years now. So
Yeah.
back up, not even 20 years. They weren't using goggles at all.
They
These
were just
dudes were
flying in the
flying
dark?
around in the dark.
Like looking down at
for
their.
all the fire trucks. That's what they did. They just flew through the dark, waited till they saw all the red lights,
Dude,
and landed there. And I'm like,
insane to me.
nuts.
That's crazy.
But I guess they would have to because that stuff's not really that new,
But they just didn't know any different.
right?
I mean, I think they're nuts now. They were like,
Those
we didn't know-
dudes
we didn't know
probably-
any different. We
They
just,
probably flew Hueys at Vietnam and shit.
a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying like you wear like the whole night vision thing?
Yeah.
Okay. At night, cool.
Yeah, you learn to fly with those.
It's tight,
Melissa's
dude.
got one.
It's pretty sick.
It kills her neck. We got to buy her a new helmet.
Mm.
Them suckers are like $1,200.
Them girls whine about it all the
Yeah.
time, but they got them pencil necks. That can't-
Yeah, that is small.
Sounds like you need to make her neck a little stronger.
I can wrap my hands around. I can wrap my hands around her neck twice, and do it often.
No,
Yeah. Oh wait, it's my turn.
we're just talking. We don't have to keep firing questions. I was still like, so whenever I didn't even think about power lines being an issue, but that would probably be the most terrible. Just getting caught up in like a
Yeah,
web
power lines are the scariest things.
of some power lines. You're going down
Oh,
for
there's
sure.
no caught up. You just
Down.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Golly.
So you
or like some hill jack that put a new coax cable across his front
Oh,
yard. because
yeah.
he just wanted to steal his neighbor's cable.
Yeah. Just nonsense.
Josh worked in New York with the Jews. What the acidic
The
Jews?
Hasidic Jews, yeah.
With the acidic
They
Jews.
ran their own power lines. Like we went in, dude. They had like bolts, like eye bolts, ran through trees with like primary 7,200 volt power lines running off of it. Yeah, because they took care. Like they didn't like wait for somebody to come fix it.
Oh yeah.
So they would just I guess they just took it for being dead, and they climb up the ladder and take a drill and drill a hole, or just knock whatever they had into it and put the wire back
like
up.
a third world
Yeah.
Columbia.
Yeah, dude.
Just
It was like
wherever
a
you
whole
want.
different world, man.
that's wild.
That's episode preach way back in the catalog.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, way back there.
Way back.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah,
But the Jews love Josh, and we don't blame them.
that's true.
Josh doesn't like the Jews though.
I like how you said that. Like there's only a few of them in New York.
Right, that's all there was. We just went to like a commune though. It was like with the sideburns. I got a picture.
I did a
With the
wedding.
curly cues.
Yeah, the curly
I
keys.
had a guy in my on my concrete
I didn't see a woman one.
that paid for me
That's
to
a little
become an
sus.
ordained minister.
and
I
asked
keep
me-
forgetting you used to be an ordained minister.
Yeah, and asked me to perform his wedding at the American Legion in Russellville. And I went to Hobby Lobby and got some
God.
Hasidic Jew sideburns and taped them to the inside of my Indiana Jones hat, and that's how I started the ceremony in Hebrew at the American Legion in
Did
Russellville.
you have it memorized what you said?
No,
I
no.
bet you
I
had
was
to practice. I can see you standing in front of the mirror saying that with
I
those
drank
sideburns.
4 IPAs on the way. You know what I mean?
Back in the good days.
Yeah,
Back in the good old
Boys
days.
were having
Get a
fun.
little real loosened up.
yeah.
Hey, you moved the cuck chair, I just realized.
The who cuck chair?
cuck- I
yeah.
mean, the cuck
We
chair.
tried it in the bedroom, but there just wasn't enough room.
Couldn't
Couldn't
get
leave
it.
it in there.
You couldn't get anybody to come over.
That's a corner.
I don't think it qualifies if it's just you two.
Right.
It's not a
Well,
cuck
we knew
chair.
y'all were
that
coming
one.
over. that chair is a corner
I'm gonna
chair.
pass on that.
Yeah, and well,
You can use your leg.
yeah.
They
I
could use
did-
my leg. They could use it.
I did see one video of an amputee going
One, you seen one. After you
town.
seen the one, you know you kept on
to
looking.
town on a woman
With his nub?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty,
boy.
I thought of you, and I had to
That's
change it.
pretty girthsome.
Yeah,
Was it like below the knee? Because I could see below.
It was
the
below
knee.
the knee.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a
It's
shin.
thigh. Yeah,
It was
mine's
a-
cut off right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thick thighs,
Yeah,
thunder
I'd be in
thighs,
there
what they used to call
sideways.
Josh.
I'd be in there sideways. I don't know how you can do that. I might could scissor. I could probably scissor
Put that thing
pretty
wherever
good.
You wanted it to.
That's true. I could bounce it.
Yeah.
I could bounce it right off there.
Give much mobility.
Yeah, man.
Can you?
You got the gears running now.
Yeah, he's,
I'm over here thinking. Anyway, you have another question?
there's got to be attachments too for that.
Oh, you know there is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
It's woodworking.
You can hook a sawzall. You push a button, it runs in it.
I was gonna say you could probably get this thing fashioned on there
Fashion.
some way.
Yeah, it's true.
It
It's,
wasn't
it's,
that much.
it's just bolts, nuts
Yeah,
and
I was
bolts.
gonna say it wouldn't be much. Wouldn't be
A
much.
little bit of
to-
masking tape.
Yeah, probably sanitize that. Who knows where it's in?
Sanitize that.
Just there you go, Wes. Just the tip. Let's see. Does the helicopter have a horn?
That's actually a pretty good question.
No, it
yes, but not the kind,
It's
not
like
in
a
the way
bang.
you're thinking. It has horns that yell at me for things,
Ah,
but not to.
no, I want to make a scene outside of the helicopter.
No sirens or anything on that thing.
No, I mean what?
You don't have to.
going
You're in
like
the air.
130 miles an hour.
You're
What
also-
do you got?
In
but
the
while,
air.
Yeah, but while you're like landing to have like a big scream, like get the f out of the way.
Nah.
Type of
They see
deal.
you coming.
To who? The firefighters that are
Right, or the
Maybe
ambulance.
one of
mans.
them's blind. I don't know.
A
A
blind,
blind
firefighter.
firefighter.
This guy's on our
Is it the
podcast.
dog?
This guy is one of our podcast partners. Just asked if they had a blind firefighter.
Speaking of Los Angeles,
One of them's blind.
I think DI is gone now. You know, we don't have to hire blind firefighters.
All right.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just feel for the fire. Hot,
Woo!
hot over there. Hot.
I have seen so many like helicopters swooping into swimming pool videos that I've wanted to see.
Oh
in the
yeah,
last
that
3
stuff's
weeks.
wicked, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole long
With
line
the bag
goes.
and pick it
Yeah.
up. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I used to live across the street from the medical center in Bowling Green. Like, I'm assuming you've landed there a million times,
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
But like right on that road that's parallel to Kroger.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's literally that road that's in front of Kroger turns into the road that I used to live on.
Well, and the base used to be there where the parking garage is now.
Yeah.
That used to be where like the
Across from like
bars
Little
and everything.
Caesars
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
But I remember whenever this was a long time ago. I mean, I'm talking probably 2010-ish, whenever I moved into that house. And then I kind of like left that house and I ended up buying that house. But I can remember whenever I first moved in there, it was impossible to sleep
Oh, I bet.
for like 3 months
That's
until
a busy hub.
I got used to A, the ambulance sirens, and then B, the helicopter that would eventually come over the house. But it got to the point where it was never a big deal unless the helicopter was insanely low, and then it would just shake the whole
Yeah.
house.
Well, and Fort Campbell uses this airport too, so there's always Chinook, and that's what'll shake the neighborhood. Like,
They
yeah,
fly
back
over our
all
house.
the
We live
time,
right off
yeah.
31W, and I
Yeah.
either see our evac or the Chinooks. I guess it's like a flight path.
I'm right. Well, it's the approach for the runway. I'm
Oh,
right
okay.
off the end of it in Bowling Green, and it's nonstop over my house.
Yeah,
24/7.
they'll shake our house. They got well, that's a military chopper there.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
hear it.
It would always happen at the worst times. It'd be like 2 a.m. I'd just
Balls deep.
like with that, or I was like finally hitting REM sleep or
like-
something, and like all of a sudden, like the whole house would be like, it's the fucking commies.
Yeah, man.
They probably read your Facebook post.
So like whenever y'all get a call, like a call like to go somewhere, do y'all have to like, I guess like tell the FAA, like do you have to like let other people know like air traffic, or do y'all not fly high enough to like where it's?
No, we do, but we're a big enough company that we have a headquarters,
Dispatch kind
and
of
our
thing.
dispatch files all our flight plans.
Okay, I didn't
Because
know.
we're
Like
so
that would be
big, yeah.
chaos if you had to like every.
It would just take too long if you had to file. I mean, we're VFR, so technically we don't have to have a flight.
Okay.
You know, like you can go.
What's
take off from
VFR
the
mean?
airport. We don't fly in the clouds.
Okay.
So we only fly in relatively decent weather. So
I'm gonna start saying that shit to people.
yeah. So like,
Yeah.
you know, if you go fly your plane out of the airport, just buzz around. You don't have to tell anybody. Technically, you can just take off and talk.
Oh, I
to
thought
the
you had to let
airport.
people know.
Just the
Like,
people at the airport.
They get real uptight about drones, so I didn't know if they just let people fly
Well, yeah,
airplanes.
that's because we can't see them.
Oh, okay.
Josh
So-
doesn't leave the house in bad
Yeah.
weather either.
No, dude, I don't.
Once drones got so popular that they were everywhere, they had to figure out a way to let pilots know
Yeah, so it's just like no, yeah,
that drones were like floating around somewhere. So technically, yeah, you have to. But like
yeah. Well, yeah.
these people at the airport aren't filing their flight plans every day.
I was wondering that'd be a lot of paperwork and
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
seems
we
like a
do
level of
because
bureaucracy.
of what we're doing. But we have so many aircraft that our dispatch handles it because
Interesting.
we'd be sitting there for 10 minutes trying to get
waiting
files.
for you to get okayed.
If you had to put a number on it, how many birds have you killed?
Birds.
Yeah, like how many have you hit?
Oh, I don't know because at night you don't know if it's a bird or a bat.
Well, same
Sometimes you
difference. We'll say
yeah.
flying things.
Oh, I mean, I don't. You probably average a good 10 a year.
Okay, I figured
Small ones.
figured it'd be a lot higher
I
than
never
that.
hit a big one. Knock on wood.
Yeah, man. I hit a turkey one time in a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And it was a disaster.
They'll come through. Now we've got some resistant windscreens now, but they'll come through that thing and blow like all the way to the back seat.
Just feathers everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Would that like mess up like your pressure or anything, like as far as
Nah,
flying or?
No, we don't fly that high.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they.
So you just like if that happened, you would just land.
Smoke
Yeah.
cigarettes. I'll smoke cigarettes, man.
Hitting a vape.
Making clouds. Yeah, they smoke cigarettes.
Me and Melissa have Life 360, and sometimes it'll send me an alert, and it's like, your wife is doing 150 miles an hour.
That's hilarious. Like, she better slow the
Dangerous
fuck
driving, dangerous driving. Yeah. But it fucks us up because we could turn that in on our car insurance.
car
Yeah,
insurance.
it fucks up because Life 360, if you're a safe driver, you can turn in your Life 360 details to your car insurance and it'll give you a discount. We don't have that option because she's constantly doing 125.
Constantly, yeah. Like, what is this?
We were talking about this
3 hours.
We're going to take your insurance now. We're going to take all of it.
before something bad.
She's uninsurable.
That's funny.
Like me, I can't get life insurance. Well, I can, but it's $1 million.
It's the same for pilots.
Yeah.
Like getting life insurance.
'Cause-
policies,
because high
my
risk.
job is- yeah.
Huh. Dang.
Yeah.
So your
It just
does
be-
your job have like the automatic, like I know most like big corporations?
I'm sure.
have?
Yeah,
we
something,
do, and you
yeah,
can
a
upload through
policy.
there.
Yeah.
I've got one that I've kept from when I was in the military, but yeah, like if you're just a pilot and civilian, it's hard to get life insurance.
Yeah.
If you do, it costs a crap ton of money.
So
I
back
just-
to Afghanistan. So have you like flew under like fire, like people shooting at you? Yeah, I didn't know. You know,
No,
you
no,
know,
you're fine.
Like what I see on TV, like you don't like. I haven't been over there. I'm not in the military.
I mean, it's
or anything.
been this was 2010, 2013, so it's been a minute for me. It's been a decade, but yeah.
They just shooting AKs up in there or
You'd
whatever.
still be sunburnt if you went.
Dude, I wouldn't be out there.
Your skin still be peeling.
Yeah,
So you were in the Navy though, right? Is that what you said?
No, I don't suck dick.
Army.
Army.
Oh, I thought you said Naval Academy earlier.
Well, he's
Yeah, we were talking
Pilot.
about fighter jets. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
At first, when I asked if you did airplanes or helicopters, why do you
Gotcha. Okay,
helicopters?
okay.
Yeah, so there's no airplane pilots in the Army.
very few.
They fly the big ones, right?
No, we those are Air Force. Like the all the Army has now plane wise are like they're King Airs or like C-12s or they fly like a little bit of reconnaissance.
But like the Warthog, is that Air Force?
Air Force.
Air Force.
I will say though, the few people that I'm still really good friends with are all Air Force. So none of them are pilots. Though,
Yeah, it's
so.
easy to stay in the Air Force.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my really good buddy that's still in the Air Force. He
Probably loves it.
he just goes to the base in
Is it just more
Nashville.
laid back? Then I guess. Well, obviously, there's no.
He just goes to the
infantry.
base in Nashville. Like, honestly, seems like whenever he wants to.
They take care of people too. Like most people in the Air Force are like, yeah, it's chill. They make sure we get our qualification. Blah blah. Yeah. It's
So I guess they fly the drones and everything. Air Force.
Yeah.
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 That's
I think he retires later this year.
How old is he? 38.
42.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
dope.
think 41,
I try not to
42.
think about that. Like I'd be ready to retire now.
Man.
What I'd be making when I retire. Like, oh.
How many years were you
He's
in?
always, every time I drink with him, he's like, you know what? Whenever I retire, I'm going to be a chef.
You can do whatever you want at that
I'm like, go for it, Sonny. Do
I'd
whatever
just
you
have
want,
him-
buddy.
He'd probably be smart and then go ahead and pay for his school. He could, while he's in there, like, I'm going to culinary school. Like,
Well, I mean, that's what he would do. Even after he retires, apparently they'll still pay for
Yeah,
him to
they'll
go to
pay for it,
culinary
yeah.
school. Yeah,
You can do anything.
yeah.
well,
Me and Melissa have often talked about if the shelving prototype takes off and sells, we're gonna buy our own helicopter and start our own.
Yep.
Uh,
Or plane, one of the two.
yeah.
Yep.
start our own, like going to pick up.
I'll go to school for whatever you need me to go to school for.
Like-
that's what I'm talking about. Going to pick up like animals that need
Like a
traveling
bush
across
pilot.
the country,
Yeah.
or sick children that need to go from like St.
That'd be
Thomas
tight.
to St.
Talking
Jude's
about
and stuff
insurance,
like that.
can you imagine the insurance on this kind of business?
oh,
Yeah.
it's probably not as bad as you think. It's like any other kind of business. You
I
know?
mean, you're talking about, like you said, you can barely get life insurance just being a
That's
pilot.
true, I guess.
You're insuring the pilot at that point, and also the
The helicopter.
helicopter,
And whatever you crash into.
and whatever you're carrying.
yeah.
Like that's
Listen, I don't need you to like downplay this. Grand
Yeah, we're
scheme,
trying to
all right? This
do
is my
this.
escape plan here, and you're just over here shitting on it.
Yeah.
I'm in the insurance business.
That's
so-
Might as well be talking to the police.
I'm in the
Devil's
insuring
personal
game.
assistant.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Andrew-
these rules, Wes.
I'm just trying to.
Wes is
Strap you up for
recruiting
what's to
souls
come.
for hell.
He's signing you up.
United Health got a new CEO this
Yeah.
week, right?
All over the news this morning. I didn't,
didn't
see
see
who they
that.
named. Yeah. They probably didn't put many pictures of him out
Were there
there.
many people trying to get that?
I know.
They just got a like, well, we're just going to, they got everybody in the boardroom like, well, we're just going to pick. So they pick a number between 1 and 100. Whoever's the closest gets it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if I want that.
You know, they said they found that dude, and then you didn't hear nothing after that.
Nothing.
No.
I heard
he's-
that Dave Franco's going to play him in a biopic.
Oh God, we don't even know. We don't even know
James
enough
Franco's
about this
little
guy.
brother.
Yeah.
We don't even know enough about the guy to even.
I'm sure there's probably already a script written somewhere.
Oh, the script
Was written 3 months ago.
the script played out already.
It's a Judd Apatow film.
They filmed it as it was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi had cameras set up.
I mean, we've seen the act happen. We saw the dude get shot. So
Produced by Judd Apatow.
for some reason, he had to cock it every time. And everybody I talked to is like, "Oh, it's because he was using some subsonic rounds in a pistol or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, I understand that. I get how pistols work and whatnot, but like, why was he that worried about it? Because he did it in front of somebody else."
Dude was hooked on McDonald's hash browns.
There was a lady that watched him.
Addicted to hash brown.
Yeah, that's what got him caught. McDonald's hash brown.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Coffee?
There's been a lot of jet fuel talk in this house lately because we can heat our house with jet fuel. Oh, coffee.
Speaking of
That's what
my
I wanted
question, do you think that the jet fuel burned hot enough to melt the beams of the World Trade Centers? I don't know nothing about jet fuel. I never seen it.
No.
That's kind of the answer I was thinking.
I do not.
It's literally.
I'm not. Let me caveat that I am not an engineer, nor am I a jet fuel expert.
Right.
Based on what I know of the burning point of jet fuel,
Based off of my
It won't melt steel
amateur
beams.
internet research and too many hours of Rogan and anything else.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't believe it.
I don't think it was either.
I also don't believe it burnt the building next to it.
Tower 7.
Yeah.
yeah,
But what do I know?
Yeah.
I saw a picture of a airplane that ran into a light pole at the airport. Like was just driving across the parking lot. and
Oh, did it cut
the
the
light pole cut the wing in half.
Yeah, cut the
Yeah.
wing in half. Yeah.
And they're like, these are supposed to take down a building.
Right.
How about the one that hit the Pentagon, but there's no wings anywhere?
Right.
There's no luggage.
Just a circle.
What about that
or
one that just
anything.
landed in South Korea full speed with no wheels and crashed into that concrete barrier? Did you see
Yeah,
that? Like, what was
yeah.
the deal with that?
I don't know,
They
man.
they hit the ground
They
full
said they
speed.
had landing gear issues or something, but it did not look like they prepared for that.
No, dude. Like he sped up before he hit the ground.
Then he went to the wrong runway too, like where he's supposed to land.
It's almost like those people on that plane weren't going to
He
meet
didn't wait
their
8
destination.
hours.
Yeah,
Right.
What was that one with Denzel Washington?
Wait,
Flight?
that's
Yeah.
such a good movie.
Flight? Yeah, that movie's good.
Yeah. He,
Is that the
he
one-
did a barrel roll.
Flipped it upside down.
He's
Oh,
alcoholic. He drinks the vodka and orange juice like before the flight.
Hell yeah.
He's hungover.
That's me.
Yeah. Being
Too
there have
much
your
band
screwdriver.
Brought in who was his dealer? They brought John
John
John-
John Goodman. To
John
fix him up,
Goodman, yeah.
He
Brought
charged
him
the,
some nudie magazines as a fifth of liquor.
he charged the FAA's lawyer like $800 for a gram. And that was the most unbelievable part of the movie to me.
Not him flying the plane upside down or none of that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen this movie now. The more
Yeah,
I talk
really?
about
oh,
it,
it's
It's a
great.
great movie.
It's
Great
it's
movie.
on Prime, I think. You should
I'll
watch it.
go
It's
on
called
and
Flight.
watch it.
It's a good. It's a tearjerker. It's a little sad.
Oh, it doesn't sound sad. Dude gets tooted up.
It depends on if you were alcoholic or not.
Flies a
I guess I
plane.
can relate because I'm alcoholic.
I was gonna say I don't remember being sad.
There's some moments to smile about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a dude that's hammered doing a barrel roll on a plane.
Yeah, but then his life falls apart for a little while.
Oh yeah. I
While
guess.
he's getting
Oh,
investigated.
so he successfully lands the barrel roll.
Well,
He
hey,
saves
a lot of people
everybody. Yeah,
die.
saved a lot of people,
But some
they
people died.
survived, But
Yeah.
This is sounding more and more like the movie where
Sully Sullenberg?
Captain something.
I think
Team
it was before he was
America.
the Equalizer though, so maybe.
You're talking about Sully.
Yeah, Captain Sully. Is that the
Well,
one where?
Captain
That's
Phillips.
a true story.
Captain Phillips was where Tom Hanks was the boat captain
Yeah.
that got taken over by the African pirates.
Yeah, I never watched
So
that.
he was the captain, and then he was the pilot.
that
And
landed.
Sully, they looked like similar
Because a
characters.
goose flew
and
into
it was
the
Tom
engine.
Hanks.
But
Yeah.
he landed on the river in New York or
Hudson.
whatever.
Hudson.
That's a true story though.
Hudson
Yeah, I
River.
knew that was a true story.
Didn't
I
nobody
don't
die.
think Flight's a true story.
No, nobody
Okay.
died either.
Well,
like he
Yeah,
landed
no, he
it.
saved
Yeah.
everybody.
I was really hoping that was a true story.
The
I'll
only
be
people
honest.
that even got wet were the people that jumped off the wing.
Yeah.
If you stayed on the wing, nobody even got wet.
Man,
I'm wet thinking about it.
I heard that.
Whenever that plane got, you got to go back to the thing where the plane like gets the wing gets cut in half by the
Light pole.
pole or whatever. Is there like a bunch of stuff leaking out of it? Because isn't that where they
The fuel's at?
store all the fuel?
It depends on the plane.
Yeah.
Depends how big the plane. Most big planes, yeah, they
Because
store fuel.
they wouldn't have
Fuel,
anywhere else
man.
to put it, right?
Yeah, they got to keep it equal.
Not all
too.
small planes, do, but a lot of planes. do.
Also on that, thinking about it, like if y'all pick up somebody that's like 400 pounds, how do
Yeah.
y'all like work out the plane dynamic or the helicopter
So
dynamic?
I know every shift, like how much everybody weighs and how much fuel, and then how big of a patient I can take right there. Now, of course, when I fly somewhere, I'm burning fuel, so I can take more. But sometimes, like the math all works out, and then I shouldn't talk about that. Sometimes the math works out, and then you'll go to take off, and it just don't come up. So you just hover there, and the longer you hover, the more fuel you burn off. So you're getting lighter. So
Oh, okay.
eventually you'll get off the
That's
ground
wild.
sooner or later.
Come
Yeah.
on, come on.
Yeah,
Yo,
I do talk to her. You gotta talk dirty to her
Yeah,
sometimes.
Pick his ass up.
over there downshifting,
Yeah.
Back there.
throwing out black smoke.
Yeah, I'm a pet the dash kind of guy. Like, come on, baby.
You gotta talk sweet
Yeah,
to her.
we can do. The baby needs some love.
Hey, I got a car out there I have to talk to every now and then. I'm like, come on, we gotta get
Start, yeah.
second gear. Come on, baby. I got transmission problems right now. Yeah, man.
That could be, how do you manage the dissymmetry of lift during forward flight, and what specific techniques do you use to prevent retreating blades stall at high speeds?
I think that was
That's gotta be a chat GBT.
no that.
Travis, I'm sure he looked it up.
I was
Travis
gonna say
sent us
that was
It's actually not a bullshit question. That's a
from
legitimate
Tutley.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dissymmetry of lift, the helicopter actually manages that. So
Actually, I'll tell you the order he asked me to ask the question, because he told me to ask this one first.
was it a person that told you to ask? These?
Yeah.
Is he doing my next check? Right?
First, he said, Does having the controls between his legs make him feel like a big man?
No, but okay. So what I will tell you,
Funny you
it
ask.
has nothing to do with it. In the Kiowa, in the Army, of course, we had 50 cal and we had rockets that we would shoot.
That's sick.
But ours was kind of old school, so there was no sighting system. Like they were just hard mounted.
Yeah.
So
You just aim,
yeah, so literally you just kind of fucking pointed with your dick,
and that's where you're shooting.
and that's kind of where they went. And then you kind of learned. And what I had was some guys would use like wax. You could mark like a mark on the windshield with wax, like a wax crayon.
like crosshairs.
Yeah. We had. Do you know what rippets are?
I know what whippets.
Oh, yeah,
Rippett's the official drink of
Energy
the
drink,
of the soldier in Iraqi freedom.
So in Afghanistan, we didn't have like Red Bull. They gave us rippets.
Yeah.
I think Coke makes them or something. I don't know. But we had shorty cans. They would only ship us the like short, fat
8-ounce deals.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't even think there were 12. Yeah, like little 8-ounce cans. Well, for whatever reason, we figured out that you could put your drink up on the dash because like your M4 would be right here and the pistol grip would stick out. You could set a can there. And my dumbass at some point learned that if I just put it between my legs and like if I was shooting Nick, I just put him on top of my rippet can, and that's where the bullets would go most of the time. Yeah.
That's it.
Which is fine until you forget your fucking rippet can.
Right. Then you got to eyeball it.
Yeah, it was just Kentucky windage. That's what we called it when we shot. So yeah, that was nice. Like you just pointed your dick at and shot. Yeah.
That's sick, man.
So
cool. A lot different now, just flying a helicopter without any kind of gun. So
yeah, it's
not as much fun.
DoorDash of the sky, but
That's true, man.
Well, so you've actually like shot missiles and everything. Like there's not like a second guy that's like with you or girl, I guess. Probably not in 2002.
We always had two. Well, I mean, all Army helicopters have two pilots. Always.
Yeah.
Just in case.
In the Kiowa, you both could fly, but primarily job-wise, the right seater had the trigger, the left seater worked the sight. Like lasing for, like we would laze for Hellfires from Apaches or drones or something like that. So all that was done on the left seat. The shooting was done on the right seat. But we would change seats each day. Like I might fly right seat today, left seat tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Have you flew any other like combat helicopters besides that one? Like no Apache?
Pretty much
or
in the
nothing?
Army, when you get assigned your helicopter, that's all you'll ever fly.
I got you.
Yeah.
Do you know like any Apache pilots and
There's
stuff?
just no reason to make them
to learn the different. Yeah, I'm sure that's everything.
I mean, we
learning.
worked with them. We flew with Apache guys all the time.
Yeah.
We'd be in the same unit.
Yeah, I'm sure there couldn't be that much different. It's just I guess like whatever you.
The systems. It's not like driving a car. When you learn how to drive a car, you can pretty much drive every car.
Right.
But when you get in it, you're like, how the hell do I start this damn thing?
All the buttons are different. The controls and instruments.
They'll fly the same.
Yeah.
It's just
That's how bulldozers and excavators are. You're like, once I get this thing started, I'm gonna
Well, you're talking about
dig the fuck out
backseat
of this driveway.
in a fighter pilot. In the Apache, don't the person in the back fly and the person in the front runs?
no, that's same thing in a Kiowa where the left seater runs the sight and the right seater shoots. And a Apache, they both can fly. They both have full controls. But normally the back seater is doing the flying.
Because I guess like your vantage point's better.
Yeah, and your front seater's doing the weapons engagements, especially ones where you need the sight. Because they have a sight too where they raise for their own Hellfire and stuff. So that's a front seater duty for the most part. But they've got like
that eyesight
this thing that comes over their eyes and it like puts
like
a display
like a
and whatnot.
gimbal,
It's
like
wicked.
it moves.
The gun follows their helmet. Yeah. It's wicked. That whole thing's wicked. Problem is it breaks all the time.
That's probably my tax dollars going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of dollars, let's pay the bills.
Okay.
It's
Do
our
it.
first advertisement of the night. Tired, slow, feeling like running on empty? Rip it. Energy drink is here to fuel your day. Crack open a can and unleash the power within. But wait, the adventure doesn't stop there. When the drink is done, a Rip It can isn't just a can. It's the multitasking marvel you didn't know you needed. Need a pencil holder? Boom! Rip It can. Out camping? Boom! Instant bug trap. No drumsticks for your jam session? Boom! Grab 2 Rip Its and go to town. Fancy garden vibes? Pop a plant in it. Rip It's now the stylish pot. Lost your Frisbee? Throw the can across the room. So what are you waiting for? Rip it, drink it, use it. Fuel your day and then get creative. Drink, rip it, repeat.
I like
Thank
it.
you, Rip.
That's a real company. We're going to send you a bill.
I recommend citrus. That's the
citrus?
Yeah, citrus.
We're getting.
You were shown that, and can I, as a casual listener of the podcast and first time guest, I don't think y'all are going long enough.
Oh, you
We
don't think so?
appreciate that
I don't
feedback.
think so. I really don't. Man.
I do. We might start stretching them out a little bit longer.
I
We'll
think
see.
sometimes you guys get like barely into a topic, and then you don't delve into it as far. And this is now, granted, I'm a 3-hour podcast guy. Everything I listen
Dude,
to,
I couldn't imagine us going 3 hours.
no. I mean, that might be a little much. You know,
We've done a couple close to 2.
Yeah, okay, so there you go.
We've done. I think we can. I think it's a little bit of constraint on our end as far as
through the week. Now, if we got like one on the weekend, like a holiday,
as far as where we are with each other, these guys got kids. I don't, but even some days I'm tired. I'm like,
no, I mean you can't
He's
be
got to
that.
drive an hour to get here.
yeah, this is a 4-hour venture. Whenever I come up here and do this, because 2-hour drive time, and then
Now, when Wes moves closer,
yeah,
maybe we can figure it out.
but that's not even it. It's just like managing all 3 of our schedules
Right,
at
yeah.
the same time.
We finally got it down to where we pretty much meet at least either Monday or Tuesday of every week.
I am
Yeah.
proud of how consistent we've been about like adding extra stuff, like
Yeah.
our extra little side projects
Yeah.
and stuff, and giving more content lately.
Yeah.
Which I guess my cousin Logan Mallory, hi Logan, I told you I'd say hi.
He kissed the microphone. He farts on that microphone.
Oh, look at son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. He didn't even know there was a YouTube page. So if you don't know that there's YouTube and video attached to this,
Yeah,
you're
missing
share, and
out.
subscribe. While we're
Dear
talking.
God,
You're missing
please
out.
watch it, because I put so much work into that every week.
I'll be honest, I had no idea until you were talking about it. I knew there was something for the movie review one, but I
Yeah.
had no idea that this was on.
See?
Oh my God!
And that's on us,
Our
guys.
next movie review is Walk Hard, Dewey Cox.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Please watch on YouTube. It literally does take a lot of time to do that every week. So.
Yeah, we were in 4K last week. God, we'd never look so good.
Yeah,
I wish it didn't zoom in that much. I mean, I like me looking a little pixelated.
we're 4K this week too.
Oh man,
Yeah.
my phone would definitely die during that.
We
Yeah.
can see. I could see all the blackheads on your nose last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Zoomed in on it?
counted them.
Man,
Took
how
a
many?
while.
200.
What
Yeah.
So I want to. What kind of music you playing? See, I know.
There we go. Let's
We're gonna
transition.
pivot. Let's pivot.
Let's
I know that you said something earlier about Nick saying it was a metal
No,
band.
I'm not in a metal band.
Okay.
And at the time, I definitely wasn't.
Don't put your crotch in my face and grab my head.
I've got some kind of dream of Adam being in a metal band. I don't know why.
He looks like
He dreams about me a lot. Starting to
that's where it
concern me.
starts.
One reoccurring dream.
He's
Yeah.
like a whole lot scarier version than Freddy Krueger because he actually
So
might.
I just want to know what you play, what you do. If you've got a band that you want to
I
promote
do
right
play the
now,
shit out of the skin flute.
Oh, nice.
So that's
We
why
got two of
Nick.
y'all in here. We got two of you.
That's why Nick dreams about you. Okay.
That's why you're dreaming.
I also dabble on guitar on the side when I'm not.
Guitar,
Yeah. Guitar.
bass, or electric, or whatever.
Electric. I mean, I'll play the bass. If
Yeah.
I need it.
Slap the bass.
Yeah.
Slapping.
I'm
the
not a
bass,
slapper.
man.
No.
Slapping
I'm a
the
guitar
bass.
player that pretends to play the.
He makes love to the bass.
Love.
Yeah. No, I was at the time when he was saying I was playing in a metal band. I was in a band called Tennessee Holy Water, and I'm only
That's good.
plugging
man.
that band because it is still banned, despite some things that have happened the past few months. But I've got some stake in some of their music still from the past year, so check them out.
Tennessee Holy Water.
We did a pretty kick-ass cover of "Pretty Little Poison" last year.
Oh, sweet.
Warren Ziders and "Got What I Got" by Jason Aldean. So
Y'all on Spotify and stuff.
Spotify, YouTube, you name it. He's everywhere. We're everywhere. I mean, Jesse Vickers is a singer. He lives in Horse Cave, so they're still doing their thing. At the end of December, me and the bass player and the drummer, we're doing our own thing this year. So I got a new band now.
Oh, that's
called
cool.
Past Silent. New music starting March, first week of March. We go in the studio next month for vocals, so we're almost done with those 5 songs.
Do you sing too?
I sing backup.
Okay.
Yeah. So depending on the suck filter that you've got, I sing okay.
Right.
Have y'all played anywhere yet? The new.
We have not. So we've got our first show in March. We've got a bit. We don't deserve it. Don't get me wrong, but I've actually got a show in July in Gettysburg. If anyone just happens to be in Pennsylvania,
That's tight.
We're opening for Sleep Theory and Bad Wolves on that Friday night, and then Hinder and Saving
Bad
Abel are
Wolves?
playing Saturday.
That's awesome.
It's on. Am I just not talking very loud?
It'll be fine.
That's
cool.
He said he'll fix it in
when he
post.
talks.
Yeah, we'll fix
At least
it.
I'm holding it by my face. It does seem to be.
I walked around
very
the room
proximity.
trying to
Yeah.
talk a minute ago. I wanted to show off one of my birthday presents from my
Oh, okay.
What
This one's more just traditional hard rock. The other one was like borderline country hard rock.
Past Silent?
Yeah.
That's tight.
So
Oh yeah, y'all got like a
Facebook, YouTube, it's all there. It's just all pretty fresh at this point.
Hell yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, depending on what week it is. We didn't have a TikTok.
That's true.
last
Trump's
weekend,
saving
so-
it.
Yeah.
Trump's saving it. It's one.
But yeah,
Yeah.
music will be out March, and then we'll be all over this year. It's man, and I know you know at this point, but music is just there's no money to be made. So at this point, it's just a hobby venture. You know,
Yeah,
I
like
work.
us in
I
this.
work so I can make music and go play gigs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
try to break even and definitely.
I was
fail.
going to say for the longest time, like there was a time, like probably a couple years prior to this, that I had re-met with some of the dudes I used to. I didn't play music with them, but like we played the same shows and stuff together, and we started talking about like making a band together, and it just like would never work out.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like super. That's why I'm super proud of this, of us three being able to get together every week, because that's truthfully really all you need for a band too.
Yeah.
Is you only really need you barely need three people.
Usually scheduling's the biggest
Yeah.
problem. Even though nowadays, I mean, you can record stuff separate, put it all together, but getting
Yeah.
the dudes together and then
Yeah, the chemistry's just not.
I was gonna say
you can
like,
go play shows and make nothing. You can put out all the music you want, but streaming don't pay nothing.
no.
yeah,
I mean, we had 60,000 views on Pretty Little Poison, and by the time I paid the cover royalties, we made $1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no money. in it.
0.0001 cent per view.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane,
Yeah,
and depending on where it is. And then, if you want to go, what you used to be able to do is play as many kick-ass shows as you could, and then maybe get on a tour with somebody
yeah.
and put a name out. Well, you
And
can
sell
do that
some
now,
tickets, yeah.
but now you got to buy on. Every tour is $20,000 if you
Yeah.
want to go tour with a band.
That's crazy.
I didn't know. It was
So
that
you have
That's
to
crazy.
buy onto the tour as that third or fourth band. Do everything yourself. You have
Pretty-
to
so
pay
you're
for your travel.
pretty
pay
much
for
paying
your,
the headliner to be attached
to
to
be
them.
attached to them, and then hope you sell enough merch.
Yeah.
Because you can't. I mean, no matter how many people you bring to your YouTube, you ain't making no money on that.
Right.
So hope you sell enough merch.
It's just like
to pay for the
comedy.
tour.
Comedy's like that kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
way too.
I was gonna say, like, thinking back on my past of doing music and whatnot, like I remember that there was twice where we got invited to be, and we were in hardcore, so it wasn't like a big genre. There wasn't nobody had $20,000
Yeah.
regardless. Like,
$20.
yeah, I mean, like the two times
And
that
some
we went out,
hydrocodone.
Yeah.
we weren't a part of the whole tour. We got like 4 dates with them.
Yeah.
And they were both bands that were on Victory Records at the time, and like that was the only time I ever saw us like profit anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and even
And it
then
wasn't, and even that profit wasn't anything to talk
now,
about.
by the time you split it 4 ways, and
And it was, I mean, yeah, it was like, all right, well, we actually were able to go out and get a hotel for 4 days, or 4 different hotels in different
You got
towns,
your
or
expenses covered anyway.
and we were able to drink and have fun
Eat
and
okay.
eat. Yeah, eat okay. We're talking like
Yeah.
Wendy's and
Yeah,
whatnot.
right.
Like,
Which is better than ramen and peanut butter sandwiches.
yeah. And then we still had like $100 left over
Yeah.
or something.
It ain't
That's,
enough.
that's a success.
Ain't enough to quit your job. That's for sure.
No.
I mean,
Yeah, it was like, all right, well, there's 4 of us, so here's $25 each, guys. We had a really good 4 days, though.
I can't remember where it is. There's a documentary on Netflix or Hulu or something, and it's about that industry in general. They do a lot with Jared Leto with 30 Seconds of Mars.
Yeah.
Man. But the whole point, the one thing that stuck with me from day one was like, 30 Seconds of Mars did that album. The Kill,
The
they had
Kill,
like
yeah.
like 1 or 2 #1 songs for like half the year. Did a 2-year tour, and after a 2-year tour, he was in debt to his record company $2 million. And it's like
Producers are who make the
and
money.
that's why he went back and did. I think it said that's why he did the Suicide Squad or whatever, because he
To
needed
make
money,
some money.
to make. He has to act to pay for his music.
Band.
Like, it's just
That's his
wild.
passion for the thing he wants to do.
For them, and if it's passion for him, what the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. It's nonsense, man.
It's so competitive, is what it is.
Making it in any kind of creative,
Yeah.
like
You
subset
have
or
to know
whatever
somebody.
it is.
It's networking.
It is.
The only way to do it right now is to do the TikTok shit. Is to, like just
I
hope you hit
refuse.
something viral.
Well, I mean, even the
And-
redheaded guy from Northern Kentucky. What's Richmond, Richmond or whatever.
Oliver,
Oliver
Anthony.
Anthony or something.
Yeah.
Anthony Oliver, yeah.
Like he kind of hit it, and then he just
fizzled out.
vanished.
Well, yeah, I think he did that to
on purpose.
himself.
He did
Oh,
that
did
on
he?
purpose.
Yeah, I
Well, he
mean,
also like turned down some record deals and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
I think Dr. Dre or Jay-Z or somebody. No, some big rapper tried to sign him on for like $2 million.
It definitely wasn't
He said
Dr.
no.
Dre.
No, it was like somebody from the Wu-Tang Clan or something.
Yeah. As I get two buddies from here, Chaz and Cody, I know that they took meetings with like Black Market Activities and Metal Blade Records, which Black Market's like the little
For hardcore.
Well, it's the little. Well, they're not hardcore. They're like grind, whatever. But Black Market's like little brother of Metal Blade, and they went and met with them, and the record deal. They were like, it wasn't going to do anything for us. Like all it was they're like, this is your promise that you're going to make us money.
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
best case scenario right now, it's a loan. Like we'll give you,
And you better make good
advance
on
you
it.
this money.
Yeah,
but now
we'll
owe
advance you
us
this money, and
$100,000,
you
yeah.
have to make us 4 albums.
Yep.
Over the
Yep.
next 5
I can
years.
imagine being under that kind of like stress.
Yeah, and we'll get you in contact with some of our other bands that are on our
Yeah,
label,
exactly.
and maybe they'll take you.
Well, like y'all
along.
know this, like being like a creative person, like there's nothing worse than being forced to be creative. Like
Yeah.
you just can't be creative under those kind of circumstances.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, we tried. So with the Tennessee Holy Water thing, we tried the whole. And don't get me wrong, I have made some awesome connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had dinner last night with some. I can talk about it offline. But I've met some great people in the industry. I made some great connections, and we tried last year. Like I bought in full, paid the management. You got to have 3 TikTok posts, 3 Instagram posts, 3 Facebook posts every day. Get the
Yeah.
real. I mean, just
Good
nonstop.
Yeah, I couldn't
It's tough
imagine.
for us.
And it's just-
We
between
get
the
one
three
a
of
day
us
out.
And
Yeah.
Travis Utley to
Yeah.
get one post on each platform.
Well, that's the
a
thing.
week.
Like TikTok won't boost you if you don't have this many, and Instagram won't if you're not
Yeah,
putting.
I'm not playing that game.
You've got to have a budget every month. You have to boost them, or they're not showing any. And it made the music not fun. Like the only thing that's fun about it to begin with is the shows half the time, and
Yeah.
a little bit of recording,
and
and when
getting
that's
able
only
to get that creative out.
once a month, and I'm spending 4 hours a day posting. It was
It's like
I
doing
hated it. By
paperwork.
the end of the year, I hated it. You know,
Yeah.
and
It's
That
a
reminds
drag.
me of how the mining industry used to be run back in the day. Y'all know that song 16 Ton?
But we going back to how like you have to pay the shop or whatever, like
Yeah.
you get mining
So
bucks or
basically,
whatever.
the company had a company store,
Yeah,
and they would pay you with their currency
yeah,
for that company, and you could only spend it at the company store. You couldn't exchange it outside.
For
Yeah.
U.S. currency.
Yeah, but like the chorus of that song is so every man had to produce 16 ton of coal a day to break even. If whatever you did after 16 ton you kept.
yeah.
But like the chorus of that song is you load 16 ton, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
16 tons.
16 ton.
That
Seems
was
like a lot.
Poetry Corner.
That
with
seems like a
Nick.
lot.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of
But
tonnage.
no,
That's a
that's
lot of
I would
coal.
tell you this. I'll tell you this much. You fly over Pikeville because I've flown. Like I started in the eastern part of Kentucky with this job. There's still some big money.
Yeah.
Big
So
outfit.
not everybody was doing the 16 ton. There were some people raking in the money out there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine with the machinery that we have nowadays over what they were using back
It's
then?
still a lot of it's still the same. You're getting, digging in dirt.
Man, some of those haul trucks are the biggest vehicles on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
And like they can.
Well, I
they can-
suppose you can only get something so big underground, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
if you're
yeah,
Some of them are
that's
above
underground coal
ground,
mining.
Some of them are
Yeah,
above
Yeah.
ground. mines.
like strip
Strip
mines.
mining,
yeah.
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 There's I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I saw like a reel about it like a couple days ago or something, but it's the biggest like bucket digger
The shovel.
thing that it
Excavator.
was
Big
made.
Sandy.
It was made in Russian, right
Excavator
in Russia.
trucks.
It's the
Yeah.
tallest like piece of machinery ever,
Yeah.
and all it is this big circle of
Oh.
big ass buckets. And
Okay.
It
and
digs
like
ground like
yeah.
strip mines. It just rakes. Like
Yeah.
It looks like one of those.
it takes a scoop.
Not
to
that I
dig this
watch
room.
like every episode.
Oh,
of
it's
Gold
a-
Rush. It's like one of them barges. That like
yeah,
the
the
scoop.
dredge. That's
Yeah,
what.
the
Yeah,
the
dredge,
scoop is like as big as his house. Like
Yeah.
it's a big ass.
Yeah, it
scoop.
takes like 16 tons of scoop.
Yeah,
I've seen-
yeah, it's a big ass.
I've seen excavators big enough where the bucket you could park a pickup truck inside
Yeah.
of them, no
Yeah.
problem.
Apparently, there's only 2 of these. I don't remember what they were called, but because it had like a CF 989 or something was the name of it or something. But
Yeah.
it holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the biggest piece of machinery.
go.
and they share that record between the two of them, and they're both Russian made.
I don't go.
So I'm assuming they're not transporting those things anywhere.
I don't go fast enough for a treating blade stall to answer your question.
Oh.
Just popped in my head.
How fast you got to go for that? Over 200?
Well, it's different for every helicopter.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
I mean, that could be. We could do a very technical discussion on the retreating blade stall. But
Can you do like barrel rolls in a helicopter?
once?
Once. I
You
guess,
can.
yeah.
You absolutely can. I would argue probably every helicopter can. It's not all
Under the
good
right
at it.
conditions.
But like if you watch the Red Bull helicopter,
Yeah.
that B-105,
Yeah.
that guy, he does all kinds of wickedness.
Yeah.
But they treat that like a drag car. Like they tear that thing down
right, yeah.
between every flight.
And they ain't
go
afraid to
whatnot.
die. Those guys ain't afraid to
And
die.
there's only a couple people that are rated for aerobatics in a helicopter. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother thing.
Is there any? I know you can't eject up, but is there any exit strategy in a helicopter?
Like, do y'all keep parachutes and stuff in there?
No, hell no.
No, y'all aren't really.
We ride that into the ground.
Well, I mean, helicopter, you can land. I mean, because don't
So,
like the blades. Like
There
helps,
is
like,
a Russian helicopter that does have ejection seats, but it ejects downwards.
Yeah.
So it blows the blades off. The blades have exploding pins in them. It blows the blades, and then it shoots the pilots out the bottom, which I guess is effective as long as you're off the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100 feet off. It shoots you right into the ground. Man,
There's your grave. We already dug it for you.
that's a Russian thing. That's what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do. Like, comrade.
It's like
But we can land if there's if the engine fails, we
Yeah,
can
you
land.
just hover down.
You get one chance to land. You can land.
Yeah.
And if the blades were to come off, then it's so abrupt and nasty. You wouldn't be able to get out anyway.
Yeah.
So parachute or anything. So
Yeah, you just fall from the sky in one of them. I guess if the blades come off.
yeah.
There's like an airplane. You got
So,
wings,
yeah,
kind of where you can
I feel like you'd probably take your chances of like popping out and seeing if you can jump.
like getting close to the ground. Like if you were falling like to the ground, like, wait till you get close and try to jump out. Is that what you're
One
saying?
way or the other.
I don't think that works.
I mean, there's
Real
been
hard leg.
like several people that have
Well,
lived
I'm sure.
from
fall.
like actual parachuting or whatever.
yeah.
So I mean, take your chances with that instead of a fiery ball of
I
death.
don't know, man.
I think if I was going to jump, I would try to send the helicopter left, and I'd jump right and just
Oh, you're gonna
separate ourselves as much
you're
as
gonna
possible.
kick off the
Yeah, kick off the
You want the blades coming down on top of
do
you?
a kickflip.
kick
You're
one.
fine as long as you're not the last guy. Everyone else has got a chance to jump out. It's the one
Right.
flying.
Yeah.
You just wear one of those flying squirrel suits whenever you fly. You just jump out.
Yeah, I could see Mel Gibson like taking his belt off and tying it around the joystick,
Oh,
cinching it to the chair, and then fucking making it. This is when he had
I
his
feel like
mullet.
Mel Gibson was a weird choice for that.
No, no.
Well,
I wanna-
I recently watched his episode of
Maybe
Rogan. He's
Liam
fresh on the
Neeson.
mind.
remember that part of Passion of the Christ.
Is this one where he did that radio show with that beaver? You remember that
I do
movie?
not. No.
Yeah.
Mel
The
Gibson.
beaver?
Yeah, he like seen it. It was like he was like going crazy, and he was like a radio show host, and he would see like a
I know of one where he was a radio show host, and the guy that calls in is like about to
trying
blow.
to kill his family.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a different one. There's one
Okay,
like where
so
he's
he's
going
the radio
crazy.
He's been a radio host more than once.
Yeah, I believe so.
huh? Yeah, I don't know about this beaver one.
And he sees like a beaver, like a figment of his imagination.
This is about the beaver, like the beaver radio station in Bowling
Maybe it's a
Green.
badger. It's
Is
some kind of
it-
animal.
A real animal that they brought in? Is it CGI? Is it
It's-
animated? Is it a Muppet?
Oh no, it's probably old enough where it's like shitty Muppet quality,
It's,
right?
yeah,
Like
it's a puppet.
like
it's a
Tin
puppet.
or Caddyshack level.
Oh,
of-
It's a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
It's a
Hell
little
yeah.
bit better than
You're a
that.
Muppet, Josh. For the man.
That's a good one. Good one.
Following their rules. You're a rule follower, aren't you,
I
Josh?
try to be.
Tell us about this damn gift, so you'll
I
take it
don't know
off.
if I
Oh shit, my
forgot.
fault. Yeah.
I wore this around the house for 3 days. I'm so happy. I do the dishes in it. Hang pictures in it. I've got screws in here.
He's wearing an apron.
Blacksmith? Is he a blacksmith?
We
now?
should probably. You should probably start by telling people what you're wearing.
Oh, I'm wearing a. This is kind
For
of
the
like
people not watching.
Yeah,
Nobody watches it.
Yeah, no,
yeah. Nobody knows we have YouTube.
most of our views are on you.
I sit and think about how shitty we are at descriptions. Everybody's just listening.
Nope, but that's the reason we haven't taken off.
I was most excited about seeing this because all I heard were comments about it. But again,
there it
I didn't know there was a YouTube, so I was like, I wonder what this wooden dick looks
Got a
like.
guy
You got a lot of catching up to
Had a guy named Roller Dave carved me that.
do. So she got you an apron.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like a canvas material, brown.
Carhartt looking.
I would say like 36 inches tall,
It's a Carhartt apron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of it. I
Looks
love
like a welder's apron.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. You think it would stop
Or like a
sparks?
pottery person, like a what do they call
That's
those?
better. That fits him better.
pottery, yeah.
apron.
it. Would stop.
Hey,
It stops Nerf bullets. It's
Okay.
not. There's no Kevlar in it or nothing like that.
Okay.
It's not bulletproof.
I want you to know how
It
many,
was like work pants.
how many apron questions I have fielded in the past month prior to you receiving. it.
Oh yeah, you get to hear all
And this is
all their
another
stuff.
thing.
Like,
that
do you think I
What-
should buy a canvas one? What do you think about canvas? Like, I don't wear aprons. Why am I getting all
What's
this
the
stuff?
worst thing you've heard about Nick in the past month?
oh,
Oh, I had a relapse in the last month. So, yeah, he's heard it all.
That order, listen, that depends who you ask.
That's not
We already
really a
had that
relapse.
question.
I didn't take that as terrible. You were just down the dumps.
yeah.
You know, I don't hear bad things about most of mine are like, this is what I said. Do you think I'm crazy? And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, you're
well, you're
crazy
crazy,
because
yeah.
the man is great. Like, he's phenomenal. So it's okay if he locks the bathroom door when he's taking a deuce.
Yeah, man.
And
No
Adam,
more locked doors. No more.
Adam.
Like she used to be in the pen or something. No more locked doors. Like, I did 8 years up in Eddyville.
Adam is a man of many hats, but his most important job is keeping my wife in line. she,
Because you're too scared to.
yeah, she'll come home.
We work together. We should have led with
Yeah,
that.
work together. Let's
For
not
tw-
get it twisted.
12 hours at a time.
Yeah.
But she'll come home, and we've had like 2 days of just kind of being nippy at each other and a little bit of
Passive
aggression.
aggressiveness,
Passive aggressive.
yeah.
She'll come home from work and she'll be like, "Well, I told Adam what's going on, and he said I'm a bitch, and I believe him."
She just needs somebody
she
outside
listens.
looking in.
And
Outside.
that's his most important work he does.
In her defense, I work because of our schedule. I work day shift for
Yeah.
7 days of the month in a row,
Yeah.
and it is just my luck that I work my 7 days of day shift on the best week of Melissa's month
Yeah.
every month.
That's good.
Yeah, so I deal with a lot of
And that's
anger, and
aggression season. Right?
emotion, hunger. It's a lot of
Roller
hunger.
coaster of
I
emotion.
cook a lot of I have to make a lot of breakfast and dessert at work.
Yeah.
And they're this
Sweet and salty.
this might be going too far, but
Oh boy.
the other nurse that works on the helicopter, her and Melissa are synced, so he gets both of them
God.
Yeah.
during prime
That's how
time.
it works, man.
Yeah.
They
It
do
is,
sync up.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And
full-time job.
Biological wonder.
And now Melissa and JC are syncing up, so
So-
Jay-Z's gonna be so happy that you
Yeah.
everybody.
Back to the job real quick.
she appears through the vents.
She just rolled her
Surprised he
eyes.
ain't come rolling down the
Yeah.
stairs.
So do you just fly, or like do you have to like help like with the patient sometimes too?
I don't have to do anything.
Don't have
No,
to
I'm just a
fly.
pilot. I don't care if he's bleeding out. I fly this goddamn
no,
plane.
in all honesty, by job, and there are guys that are like, I don't,
Right.
you know,
Like
I
an
don't-
operator in
I'll help
construction.
lift the patient like off the stretcher in
Yeah.
the helicopter. Out there. But there's no requirement for me to do that. And some guys don't. Some guys are like, hey, I got a bad back. I'm not helping.
I'm a pilot.
Yeah, I'm just a pilot.
Y'all try to fly this helicopter.
I have no medical responsibility
Right.
whatsoever. So,
Do you have like the requirements for some of that? Like
EMT training?
Yeah.
I mean, only from what the Army.
Army,
I put
yeah.
a
First
target
aid.
on you.
Okay.
First
That's
aid.
what I was wondering. I was just
can
wondering if
stick
they
a nasal
require
pharyngeal up your
you.
nose, but
Are
no,
there
no.
like life-saving measures on the helicopter, like machines and stuff? Like,
Everything.
Oh yeah, it's a flying ER.
okay,
essentially. They
like
do
an
everything.
ambulance.
It's
Yep.
an ambulance.
More,
Okay.
No, it's way more than an ambulance. They can do things an ambulance can't even touch.
Okay, I didn't know like how they fit
They
all that
crack
in
you
there.
open on the helicopter.
Oh, that's cool.
They do everything on there.
It's pretty sick.
Bring morphine with you next time.
I don't. They
Melissa could get that better.
They don't-
Melissa would be
They
the
do
one.
not let me near the drugs.
So you see this guy? He's in a rock band.
When this comes out, I'll probably get a random drug.
we're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
There's a few higher ups at my work that know about the podcast. That every now and then, like I work from home mostly, but I go in on Wednesdays, and every now and then, one of them on a Wednesday will pass by me and was like, "Heard that episode last week, Wes?"
Yeah.
Melissa's mom
Yeah.
listens.
Oh yeah, she said
Yes.
that. Yeah.
And
She hears all the good
She's
episodes.
learned a lot about you guys. I heard
Yeah,
in the
she
past few
has.
months. Yeah.
The mirror above the bed, that was a big hit at Thanksgiving. Yeah. But these are her mom's couches. So Melissa's grandmother's, Janet's mom, and she just thinks it is the cutest thing ever that her
I
mom's
like
couches
this furniture. It's
are
nice.
becoming
Yeah.
famous. But these couches were covered in plastic for like 40 years.
You can tell.
Yeah.
And now I'm smoking a cigar a week on them. You know?
They're really, they're
I've been
really
I've
good
farted in this
shape.
chair like 20 times.
I gave Melissa something for you, by the way.
All
You can-
right.
We
And- you don't
Some
even
of this
have to say, I
dick-
know exactly what it
Some
is.
of this
your-
dick.
I heard your horny goat weed episode last week or
You
whatever
hook
it
him
was.
up?
So yeah, I hooked him up.
Some Cialis.
I don't think I hooked him up. I hooked her up. I think.
She,
He said it's not the.
He
He
might
said
have-
he just needs help with the stamina.
Yeah, he might have a heart attack. But
I'd be calling you in the helicopter.
we've covered it before, but 15 minutes, after 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, everybody's had their fun.
I don't see how you stay in one room for 15 minutes.
I don't know.
know it.
I don't know if everybody's had their fun or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say that my dad actually also commented on the YouTube.
He
Barry.
did. He's been listening.
Barry.
He's our watchdog.
Yeah, all he said was, "I've learned so much about Wes."
My dad can't see it. So
I learned you like to be caught while fucking.
that is kind of weird. He's a lawyer, man.
I thought that's where you're going with the helicopter thing. When you're talking about shaking the house.
He's like, oh, look at us.
Yeah.
If I text you from now on, will you fly over right when I'm getting ready?
That's why he's obsessed with conspiracy. He wants the government watching him. He's like, I got this smart TV just so they could watch what I'm doing.
You know how when you close your blinds, you feel like someone could still look in? Like
Yeah.
maybe if they were in a helicopter, like they were at the
The
perfect
angle?
angle,
Yeah.
they could watch into the
Yeah.
bedroom. I used to have that thought when I was a kid.
I really want Peeping Tom to just be outside of my room all the time.
Wild.
Just
I feel
out there
that
to
was an episode
lurking.
of The Shield back in the day. Like
Maybe.
they beat the hell out of some dude in an alley jacking off. And he was watching some black guy fuck his wife through the
Oh,
window.
like
and
that,
and
sure.
the wife opened the window, tits flopping. She was like, "No, don't arrest. He makes my husband."
He's into this shit.
Golly, sorry, Barry. Sorry, Barry. Does he know we're coming Saturday?
Yeah, he invited y'all.
Oh yeah, we'll see you Saturday, Barry.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait. I've got something planned.
We're
up my
we're
sleeve,
we're
if you will.
meeting. Well, this is coming out Thursday. I'm not. We're meeting at Lamelli's on Saturday.
Oh, it's Lamelli's, not Brickyard.
Hey, you fucked it up.
Look, what time is it? What time? Because he's gonna have to go back and bleep that out.
Just remember this part. We're talking about Lamelli's. Just cut out what I said bleep it.
I was trying to throw the crowd off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going to El Mazatlan.
Yeah.
Not any of those
We're
other
going.
places.
One episode, Josh threw a fit because I told the audience what Mexican restaurant he'd like to frequent, and he thought he was gonna get raped or something.
Paparazzi
No,
or something.
it's because I talked bad about him. I haven't been back since. I don't want him to spit in my
You
food.
take your order, Josh.
Yeah.
You listen to the podcast.
they might be. They might get it in Espanol.
Well, it's funny. We went to Lamelli's that
Subtitles.
night. we went there that night,
We did go there that very night.
and the episode wasn't even coming out until 2 days after.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He's
I
like,
was
don't tell
like,
them where I eat. Don't tell them where I eat.
I don't like nobody knowing where I'm at.
You should make Nick do all the voices in Spanish for the Spanish version, but like one different for each person.
Got a good Spanish
Yeah,
accent.
just make up the language too. You
Hello,
don't even have-
mundo.
you don't even-
¿Cómo está? Me llamo
you don't even have-
Joshua Harrington.
He said, I got a pretty good Mason asking, just overly aggressive, same.
Yeah.
Nothing changed at all. I've noticed, like,
Chicken, cheese, and rice.
I've done plays with Nick, and his every character is just him talking
A
louder.
little bit louder.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to dress like a woman. I'll put on a higher pitched voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I know.
Usually I go with Southern Belle when I got to be a woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Nick do a few parts.
Yeah.
It's-
I was
it
a
is-
trans chef in one, but still have my big mustache.
Yeah.
That
Trans
was
chef?
fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other ones are
He
usually
had,
just
yeah, Adam hasn't had the pleasure of knowing me since I've done any community theater. I love acting.
I barely know you now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do know more about you than most people that I've only known for a few.
Nick thinks you've been around him 3 weeks. You know everything there is
Yeah.
to know about
We've
him.
hung out 3 times, I think, total, and
I could tell.
we know a lot about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa keeps no secrets either. That don't help nothing.
Oh, yeah.
No, and she loves to
He
talk.
wouldn't let
Yeah.
secrets happen anyway.
I know.
This guy.
No, I used to, when I was drinking, I used to tell people, don't tell me your secrets because I am a blabbermouth.
Yeah.
My brother used to get on to me all the time. I was like, man, I'm sorry. It was too juicy.
You would be what they call a liability.
Yeah.
See, I'm the absolute opposite because I'm even just us talking. Like, I'll leave tonight, go home, go to sleep, and I'll wake up and be like,
You don't remember nothing. though.
what did I even talk about yesterday?
You don't remember on the way home. What we
No,
talked
probably
about.
not. No, I'll start listening to music and I'll be like, hell yeah, where was I just at?
He sees me. I always do like the summaries for our podcast before it goes out. He probably doesn't know what we talked about until he reads.
No, I don't because I read that summary and I'm like,
Did we talk
sure.
about that?
Talked about Chipper Jones.
Yeah, Chipper Jones.
He played for the Baltimore Orioles.
No,
Wait, that was before. I was like, does that be 2 podcasts in a row? You talking about Chipper?
Yeah, that's me too.
and let's keep this ball rolling.
Yeah.
Chipper, if you're listening, and I know you are,
Let's go fishing.
yeah, let's go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, Chipper.
We'll go turkey hunting this spring.
Yeah.
Share
I'll
it out.
sneeze the whole time we're out there.
Josh will bring turkey breast. That'll be his turkey hunting.
I like turkey.
Yeah, I bet you do.
It's the superior
breast.
protein.
Yeah. You like,
Whoa.
hi.
Jesus?
Hello. I thought you were a man.
It sounded like,
This place is haunted.
it sounded
dude.
like Cupid.
It's a Civil War ghost.
Nick's daughter just talked to us through a vent.
I hear you. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, what are you doing?
She's talking to us through
She
the
might
vent.
What
What
are
are
we-
we?
that
What are we
vent.
listening to now? That's a good question. What weird ass shit do you listen to? Because I know what Melissa listens to.
I listen to about the same stuff. Bluegrass.
I let Melissa give me and my kids a ride one time. She took us to the body shop. And my kids got out of the car and they're like, "What is that music?"
I listen to just Steely Dan.
We're almost done.
All Steely Dan.
All Steely
That's
Dan?
it, pretty much.
Really?
That's it.
Man.
A little bit of Pink Floyd. A little bit of
Nick's daughter's having a big time.
Allman Brothers, Doobie Brothers.
So Melissa and her sister used to screw with her younger brother Jacob.
Oh boy,
And they
That's
used-
weird.
Oh boy.
and they used to do like an
That
old
is
man.
Kentucky.
An old,
Yeah, that's kinky.
I'm interested now.
they would do that. They would do an old man ghost voice and had him convinced the ghost was haunted. The
We-
house was haunted, but it would just be the little girls doing an old man voice. Ooh, Jacob.
We had my brother convinced that he was adopted. My grandfather played linebacker for the Washington Redskins until he was like 23 years old.
Hey.
23.
He was like, "Does Peepaw have a sports car?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. We just don't have it. We got it put up." And finally,
No, we can't see you through
And-
the vent.
Hey, give us 10 minutes, okay? Okay, thank you.
give her a microphone.
First
Yeah.
I should. She loves to put on a show.
Can you see me through the vent?
Yeah, I can't see. I thought
Stick
it
your
was a
legs
ghost.
through.
Did catch me off guard for something. Whoa! Hey, behind me, I can't see behind me.
No, I listen to a lot of heavy stuff compared to these fellas. So I listen
Yeah,
to like
dude.
Crowd Magnetar, Between the Buried and Me.
I see some of
Stuff
your
like that.
Facebook reels with like music playing in the background. I'm like, dude, this is what he's
Just all the bands you can't read their name. It's all
Yeah.
just, it looks like tree
It's
branches.
just a
Yeah.
huge.
There's a really good one, Sang with Sugarbog.
You
Ford-
probably didn't go back far enough to hear about his recent injuries at a metal show.
Well, so I did, but I was confused because I asked her before you got home. I was like, which one of them was in a motorcycle accident? Because I swear to God, I thought you said you fucked yourself up in a motorcycle accident.
You would have thought he did by the way he
And
looked.
then she said he broke it in the pit. I was like, what the fuck kind of concert was he at? Like,
try to love song.
yeah, it was a Kid Rock concert. for
Yeah.
sure.
Wes, do you want to take over here, or do you?
What do you mean?
Just, what happened?
Oh, well, it wasn't in the pit by any means. I was at a heavy show, but like so it's kind of a boring story in my opinion, but I bought a hoodie from a band, went to take it to my car, found out my car got towed, and I was at this small venue in Nashville called The End.
The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played there a few times 15 years ago, but I went out, saw it was towed. I was like, motherfuck. So I called the tow company and was like, oh, we towed the wrong car, but we can't bring it back. I was like, motherfucker. Obviously I was upset. So I went back inside, got my buddy's keys to put this hoodie in his car because I didn't want to carry it around. And as I was like walking out the front door, I hit some gravel and like took a big ass spill.
Is this on camera by chance?
I wish. The End is a very small venue, as you seems like you might know. They can't afford cameras out there.
This is how I knew me and Wes are way different because as soon as my vehicle gets towed, I'm not doing nothing.
Oh, dude! I mean, after the fall happened, I was there to see Crown Magnetar, and I like popped up like I had an audience. People saw.
Brewski tumble.
Yeah,
I wasn't even drinking. I just thought like it's like your Tom Segura moment, you know, like
Yeah.
you went up
Yes,
for
it
Don, you
is.
could
Oh,
you could
yeah.
have used it on the YouTube, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I
been
was
like,
a big guy.
dude. I wish I was a video. That'd be. I'm sure that's hilarious.
I'd like to see that.
But
So,
he
you know-
went back in with a fractured ankle and a broken elbow.
Yeah.
And he's in their music video, still moshing.
In the-
still
oh,
crowd
man.
surfing the lead singer
Yeah.
with a broken elbow.
sober.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know,
Well,
that's what I said. I
yeah.
mean, you had to be blasted.
now after. Well, so I will say after the fall.
I was gonna say after the fall, you wouldn't stay sober.
The End doesn't have liquor. So the best thing I could do as far as like something I could drink very fast, because I don't really drink beer anymore, is they had Twisted Teas. So I bought two
Twisted Tea,
So I
nice.
bought 2 Twisted Teas and crushed them as fast as I could.
Just what the doctor
Remember
ordered.
that time that
Yeah.
dude hit that guy with the twisted tea?
Yeah.
Twisted tea.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I might watch
That little skinny white boy looked like
He
Jimmy.
said, do something. He's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Twisted
Yeah.
Tea sales went up. Their
They
stock
did.
went up after that.
They did.
Yeah,
I was done retired from drinking when that come around.
Yeah.
I've never had a twisted tea.
it's a home security device now.
Mm.
Twisted Tea.
It tastes like tea.
It just tastes like tea.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
that.
why it's so easy to drink, is because it's not carbonated.
And I don't like sweet tea, but I'll
So
drink.
it
I'll
tastes-
drink a twisted tea. It's
so it
not that
tastes
bad.
like-
It tastes like a brisk.
Brisk, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
what
tastes
I was
just like
saying.
a brisk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like you don't really taste any alcohol in it or anything.
Whenever I
either.
think of brisk, I always think about those old celebrity death match.
Brisk,
Like
baby.
brisk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memory
Man, yeah, we used to have to sneak to watch that.
Nick
I
looks
did.
like a walking celebrity deathmatch
He looks
character.
like the guy that did the announcing. The guy
Yeah,
with the
yes,
mustache.
yes.
And now on Celebrity Deathmatch, we have Kanye West,
It
who
was.
is, and Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Pete was on there a couple times, I
Mhm.
think. All right, you want to close this one out for us?
Yeah,
buddy?
man.
I would love to. Thank you, Adam.
It's
so
fun,
much.
boys. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on. You have to
It
come
was
back
fun.
sometime.
You, I mean, it's a real far drive to Bowling Green, so.
No, not too far at all.
Well, I might have to come back tomorrow if like the mic didn't work the whole damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Don't forget about our YouTube.
Please
Mark,
like, share,
yeah.
subscribe, comment, tell your friends.
Yeah, this is Nick Cook.
I'll share it out.
Wes Dub.
I'm Adam.
Appreciate you coming on, buddy.
And this is Fine by Me.
Bye.
Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Bum, 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 bum.
West